Students, in the previous videos we discussed what is mean by relation and the types of relations. In the types of relations I discussed universal relation and I discussed what is mean by wide relation, and sometimes both universal relation and wide relation we can call it as trivial relations. This we discussed in the previous videos. And now my dear students, today's class I am going to discuss the third one, that is reflexive relation. So what is that? For third one I am going to discuss today, that is my dear students, reflexive relation. So here it is, reflexive relation means, here it is my dear students, again here it is, a relation R on a set A is said to be reflexive, if A comma A belongs to R, for all A belongs to the set A. My dear students, if I have the any one set A, so we know that a relation R on a set A. What is mean by a relation R on a set A? A relation R on a set A means it is nothing but R is a subset of A cross A. This is the meaning. A relation R on a set A means R is a subset of A cross A. R here it is, a relation R on a set A is said to be reflexive if A comma A belongs to R for all A belongs to A. It means, my dear students, if you have any one set A, in the set every element of the set A should belongs to the itself, then such a relation, and this condition is for all elements of the set A. So if you have any one set, my dear students, A, in that set how much elements you have, for those all elements each element is related to itself. In such situation, the such relation we can call it as reflexive. So that is in symbolically I wrote like this, my dear students. So clearly you will understand if I take one example, my dear students. So let us take example, here it is. Let us take the set A is equals to 1, 2, 3. So this is the one set I have, my dear students, which contains the elements 1, 2, 3 and a relation R. Directly I am taking some elements, here it is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. My dear students, here it is, this is the one relation I have the one set A and even relation also I have. Now this relation I can call it as reflexive, because here it is, if you take how many elements are there, 1, 2, 3, 3 elements are there in the given set. So every element is related to itself. 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3. So therefore this R is, hence therefore R is reflexive. My dear students, R is reflexive relation you can call, because here it is, every element of A is related to itself. 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3. So that is what we have the definition. A relation R on a set A, it is a relation R is on a set A. Here it is, because 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, this is a subset of A. If you take the subsets of, here it is A cross, if you take A cross A, so these elements will contain in the A cross A. This is the subset of A cross A, my dear students. So it is subset of A cross A. So therefore it is a relation R is a, here it is, R is a relation on a set A in which every element of A is 1, 2, 3. These are the three elements we have. Every element of A is related to itself. 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3. So this is valid for it. It holds for all elements of A. So if this condition holds, this is what we can call it as R is a reflexive relation. A relation R is said to be reflexive if every element of A is related to itself, then such a relation we can call it as reflexive relation. In mathematically we will write like this: if A comma A belongs to R, for all A belongs to A, then R is a reflexive relation. This is the definition, as well as this is the one example, my dear students. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನೋಡಿಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಏನಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಎ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸೆಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಅದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಅಂಥ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆರಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನೋಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಎ ಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಿಗೂ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆನೇ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. 1 ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು 1, 2 ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು 2, 3 ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು 3. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇಂಥದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ನಾನೇನಾದರೂ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ರೋಟ್ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್, ಇದನ್ನು R1 ಅಂತ ಕರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ R2 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು 1,1, 2,2 ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಎ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸೆಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಇದೆ, 2 ಇದೆ, 3 ಇದೆ. 1 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ 1 ಜೊತೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, 2 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ 2 ಜೊತೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ 3 ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು 3. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ that it is not a reflexive relation. Reflexive relation means what, my dear students? Every element of A must be related to itself, then only we can call it as a relation R is reflexive. Here 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, but 3 is not related to 3. So therefore this is not a reflexive relation. That's why I wrote here, this is very 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 important, my dear students. What is that? For all A belongs to A, every element of A must be belongs to the itself element. So every element of A should belongs to itself, then such a relation we can call it as reflexive relation. This is the reflexive relation, my dear students. And now next I'll take another one type of relation, that is symmetric relation, my dear students. Next one is, here it is, I am going to discuss, that is symmetric. What is symmetric, then we will discuss. So symmetric relation, my dear students, here it is. Symmetric relation means if A comma B belongs to R, if one order pair is contained in the relation R, this must implies that B comma A also belongs to R, then we can call it as, then R is symmetric. My dear students, please remember, and here it is, where this AB belongs to the set A. So my dear students, what it says? It says that if any one order pair, if you take any one ordered pair from the relation R, the reverse ulta, you can call it as the ulta. A comma B means reverse. Here it is, you can say, take, here it is, if A comma B is belongs to anyone in relation means the reverse of that is B comma A. If you should interchange the places. After interchanging the place, whatever order pair you will get, that order pair also must be in the relation, in the same relation. Then such a relation we can call it as the symmetric relation. Very very important, my dear students. You should concentrate only on that ordered pair which contains in the relation R. The reverse of that, whether that is contained in the same relation or not, that you should check, my dear students. Clear? So for this I'll take one example, my dear students, then clearly you will understand. The example I am taking, here it is, same set. I'll take one set, I am taking 1, 2, 3, and now I'll write one relation R. Here it is, the elements of this relation R, I can take it as 1, 2 and next 2, 1. My dear students, now this is example for the symmetric relation. Why it is symmetric relation? Here it is, 1, 2 is contained in A cross A, and here it is, if you interchange the places, 2, 1, here it is, reverse of this is 2, 1, 2, 1 is also there. Any order pair if you take means the reverse must be there, then such a relation R we can call it as reflexive. If you take this order pair 1, 2, if you interchange the places means 2, 1, it is there. If you take this one 2, 1, if you replace the places means 1, 2, so both order pairs are there. So therefore here it is, R is, you can call, here it is, symmetric relation. My dear students, R is symmetric. Here, what is the definition? It is, if A comma B belongs to R, this must implies, it means the reverse, if you interchange the places, that also contained in the relation R, then such a relation we can call it as R is symmetric, and your element should be belongs to the set A. 1, 2 are in the set A. So therefore R is symmetric, my dear students. And next type we are going to discuss, that is transitive relation. So my dear students, what is mean by transitive relation then? Here it is, if A comma B belongs to R. Any one order pair if you take means A comma B belongs to R, and the reverse, that is if you interchange the places, and B comma A belong, here it is another order pair I am taking, here it is B comma C belongs to R. Whatever here ending, here it is the second order pair in this order pair, whatever second element is there, the same element starts from the next order pair. Here it is B, here also B. If A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, this implies A comma C belongs to R. If you take A comma B belongs to R here and B comma C another order pair if you take means, then this in this order pair first element, in this order pair last element, these A comma C, these two elements also belongs to R. Then in such a situation we can call it as, in this situation we can call it as R is transitive relation. A relation R, my dear students, I'll write the definition, here it is. A relation R on a set A is said to be, here it is, transitive, said to be transitive if, here it is, A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. This must implies that A comma C belongs to R. This is the definition of transitive relation. I'll take, my dear students, I'll take example, then clearly you will understand. So I'll take the same set A, here it is 1, 2, 3, and I'll take one relation such a way that here it is 1, 2 belongs to R, 2, 1 belongs to R, and 1, 1 belongs to R. Then, my dear students, this order, this relation I'll call it as a transitive relation. Why it is so? Because 1, 2 is there. It means here it is the whether the reverse of this, if I interchange the places, such a order pair exists or not, you should check first. 1, 2 is there. The if you interchange means 2, 1, whether it is there? Yes, it is there. 1, 2 is there. A comma B is there, and B comma C is there. B comma C is there, my dear students. Here it is clear. Or else, yes, you can take A comma B and 2, 3 if it's there means. Next, my dear students, yes, 1, 2 is there, 2, 3 is there. Here it is A comma B is there, B comma C. This is the general I am talking here. In the definition I am taking it as general. ABC I am taking it as general. And please remember where A comma B must belongs to A comma B, C must belongs to the set A. So all these ABC elements must be belong from the set A, my dear students, from the set A. So therefore A is the contains elements 1, 2, 3. Now I wrote one relation. What is that? 1, 2 is there, 2, 3 is there, 1, 3 is there. My dear students, this is example for transitive relation. Why it is a transitive relation? Because A comma B is belongs to, here it is 1, 2 is there. The second element whatever contained here, it is the same element starting with this order pair to 1, 2, 2, 3. Then this first element and this here it is element must be contained in the relation R, or not, that we should check. 1, 2 is there, 2, 3 is there, then 1, 3 must be is there. If it's there means then we can say that therefore R is transitive. My dear students, please remember it is a transitive relation. Please remember 1, 2 is there. Then you should check whether the next any order pair is there which starts from this element 2. Is it's there or not? You should check. If it's there, then only you should check whether the first element of this and second element of this is contained or not, that you should check. If 1, 2 is there, if 2, 3, if any order pair which starts from this element 2, 3 is there or not, you should check. If it's there means then you should connect this 1, 3 is there or not, you should check. If it is not there means you should not check. So therefore, my dear students, what is the condition? If A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, then only you should check whether A comma C is contained in this R or not. If only A comma B there means, if B comma C is not there means no need to calculate this one. So this is, you should calculate this one only if A comma B is there and another one order pair B comma C is there, then you should check that whether A comma C is there or not. You should check and then you should conclude that R is transitive or not. If only one order pair is there means, or here it is, thus another one order pair which starts from the second element of this order pair. If it's not the such type of order pair is not there means you should not worry about the transitive relation. Clear? So this is example for the transitive relation. So my dear students, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಮೈ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರ್, ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಎ ಕೊಮ ಬಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಬಿ ಕೊಮ ಸಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆವಾಗ ಎ ಕೊಮ ಸಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎ ಕೊಮ ಸಿ ಕೂಡ ಆರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಂಥ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೈ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ 1,2 ಇದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇದೆ. ಇದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಐತಿ ಈ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದೇ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2,3 ಇದೆ, 2,3 ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹಿಯರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು, ಈ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು 1,3 ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1,3 ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದ್ದುಕೊಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೇರೆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಈ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗ್ತದೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ 1,2 ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನೀವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರಿಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ವೈಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್, ನಾನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸನ್ನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So as of now my dear students, what we learned the 3 types of relation. What is that? Reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So these are the 3 relation we discussed. And now my dear students, next one we can call it as, here it is, equivalence relation. So next one I am going to discuss, that is equivalence relation. My dear students, the next, here it is, equivalence relation means what? So before understanding the equivalence relation, we should know what is mean by, here it is, what is mean by reflexive, what is mean by symmetric. That all knowledge we should know, then only we can understand the symmetric relation. Because symmetric relation means what, my dear students? Equivalence relation. The next type I am going to discuss is equivalence relation. So first I'll erase this one, and now yes, next one is, my dear students, equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. My dear students, a relation R on a set A is said to be equivalence relation if a relation R is reflexive, symmetric, and next here it is transitive. So a relation R on a set A is said to be equivalence relation if a relation is, all these 3 conditions must satisfy. That should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So such a relation we can call it as equivalence relation, my dear students. Clear? So example I can take, my dear students, the example I can take. So first I'll take one set A, 1, 2, 3. Next, my dear students, that should be here it is reflexive. So one relation I am writing which is a equivalence. So what is that? 1,1, 2,2, 3,3. And next, my dear students, here it is 1,2, here it is 2,1. And next, my dear students, here it is, this relation I can call it as equivalence relation. This is equivalence relation because, my dear students, it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive. whether it is reflexive or not. So first I'll check. 1 2 3 three elements are there, so each element of the A should be related to itself. 1 comma 1 is there, 2 comma 2 is there, 3 comma 3 is there, so therefore it is reflexive. Next, symmetric. So 1 comma 1, if you interchange the place means again 1 comma 1 it's there. 2 comma 2, if you interchange the places means 2 comma 2 again it's there. 3 comma 3, if you interchange the places again it's here. 1 comma 2, if you interchange 2 comma 1 is there, so therefore this is a symmetric. Next, my students, transitive. Transitive means what? Here it is 1 comma 1 is there, so we should check whether and is there any order pair which contains starting element as 1. Yeah, it's here 1 comma 2, it means 1 comma 1 is there, 1 comma 2 is there. Next, we should check whether 1 comma 2 is there or not, that we should check, my dear students. Yeah, is it here 1 comma 1 is there, 1 comma 2 is there, it means 1 comma 2 is there or not, we should check. Yes, here it is 1 comma 2 is there, so therefore it is transitive relation. And next, my dear students, 2 comma 1 is there, 2 comma 1 is there, and next 1 comma 2 is there, 2 comma 1 is there, 1 it means 2 comma 1 is there, and next 1 comma 2 is there, it means again here it is 1 comma 1 must be there, so 1 comma 1 is also there, so therefore it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So therefore here it is, this R relation is equivalence relation, so this we can call it as equivalence relation. A relation R on a set A is said to be equivalence if R is reflexive, symmetric, transitive, then such a relation we can call it as equivalence relation. My dear students, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಕ್ವಿವೆಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಎ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್, ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ, ಇಕ್ವಿವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ types of relations we discuss, and in the next video we'll continue in the next video we will continue next concepts. So I hope you understood. Still, if you have any doubts, you can comment me. I'll reply for that, my dear students. Thank you.